Sure.
Americans bought more gifts this holiday season, with retail sales up nearly 5% compared to the same time a year ago. That's according to MasterCard's Spending Pulse report, which tracked sales of all types of payments from November 1st to December 24th. But are too many people putting it on their credit cards without being able to pay it off? A separate study from personal finance website Wallet Hub predicts Americans will end the year with more than $1 trillion in credit card debt, the highest level since the start of the Great Recession. Jill Gonzalez, an analyst at Wallet Hub, is in Philadelphia and joins us now. Jill, is the amount of debt Americans are now carrying at worrisome levels?
It definitely is. So not only would that $1 trillion mark be the most since the Great Recession, it would be the most ever. That is a record high, and that's just credit card debt we're talking about. That's not student loan debt, mortgages, auto loans. So that is pretty worrisome.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too good. So, Jill, what does this tell us about consumers? Do they have short memories and the lessons of the '08 recession have already evaporated? Or are they just optimistic about the economy and their abilities to make more money next year?
I would say that it says a lot more about consumer confidence. We know that wages are now slowly but steadily beginning to increase. People are bringing in more money. There's a lot of pent-up demand for a lot of things that they're going out and buying, as we saw this retail season. So that's number one. Number two, unemployment is at almost its record low. We probably might see it hit 3.9% as soon as Q2 of 2018. So I think those two things, paired with that consumer confidence, really is making people spend a little bit more, still though beyond their means.
Right, they're optimistic, but perhaps they're getting a little too giddy with that optimism. So as people emerge from their holiday hangovers, what are some of your tips for managing the debt they may have accrued during the season?
Well, now that we're getting into resolution season, we know that finances tend to make up a lot of those resolutions. But it's all about being realistic here. So the word budget tends to sound a lot like the word diet. In January, we want to make sure that that is realistic. So the best way to do that is round up all of your expenses, all of your bills from the past few months. It doesn't have to be from the entire 2017 year. And then go through and prioritize. So things like healthcare, food, housing, those necessities should be at the top. Then start cutting through the bottom and making sure that you can actually spend and match your income, hopefully less than your income, and then go through that the year. Make sure that you're checking in quarterly at least so that you can see if you're actually sticking to that budget.
Looking at the broader economy, what can we expect from the markets overall in 2018?
Well, GDP will probably hold at 2.5%. That's basically what it was in 2017, better than the 1.6% that we saw in 2016. Not as high as the 6% level that many economists were looking at when we were starting to see how the tax plan would work out, but 2.5% definitely good, and that reflects not only the job market, but also wage growth as well. And the stock market, a lot of people are wondering how much longer this bull will last. 2018 shows no signs of it slowing down, probably end the year at around 2,900.
So that all sounds positive, but Jill, what about this ballooning consumer debt? Could that, throw a wrench into the plans?
That's the good news. The bad news goes back to this credit card debt. Again, record highs will definitely hit the $1 trillion mark in 2018. We're still waiting to see if that happened in 2017 or not. But that means that the household average is now around $5,600. Pre-recession, Q4 of 2007, that number was $8,400. So that's worrisome because think of the other types of debt, student loans, etc., that we're also racking up. So something's got to give here. Credit card debt would be a good idea to write in.
All right, don't let that booming stock market make you run up your credit card bills too high. All right, Jill Gonzalez with Wallet Hub, thank you for that.